Hey, how are the stars tonight? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to startle you. Most people don't expect someone my size to move so quietly. I do have 2 left feet. Hooves, after all. Anyway, mind if I join you for a bit? This is the best place to look at the stars on the ship besides the crow's nest, and I can't get up there due to the ladder and all. Also, I don't think the crew would appreciate having a centaur up there and getting in the way. So, do you travel to the north often? I hear there are beautiful dancing lights in the sky up in this direction. You never see that in populated areas. The buildings tend to block out the skies and stars. Not completely, of course, unless you're under the earth or water, but enough to dull the awe-inspiring effect it tends to have. Oh, by the way, did you know the stars are actually made of magic? I drove my dads to frustration when I was a foal, begging them to tell me the story of their creation every night. They're made from the power of the gods who made the gods. Isn't that amazing? Some people think they just left or were killed, leaving nothing behind. But I think it's much more interesting to believe that their sprinkled essence in that black blanket of a sky continues to observe this flooded world. And then, when a star falls, a bit of that power finds its way to Damaris. Sorry, I didn't mean to go all romantic on you. Oh, my name? Don't you worry about it. We won't be seeing each other again. And if we do, I'll try not to startle you next time. But no promises.
Oh, hey there, it's me, Winnie. Nobody calls me Benorit except me mums, and if you were one of them, I wouldn't need to introduce myself. Well, and Eula does, I guess. And sometimes, you know what? You can call me whichever. They're both me. I'm just waiting here for the tides to shift and my next adventure to begin. You could argue life itself is an adventure, and I would say you're right. But also I mean an actual adventure. Mostly I do reclamation, searching the sunken cities for relics and forgotten memories. Some of these I keep, some I give away, some I return to those folk who lost them. Sure, I could tell you what I'm looking for at the moment, but I think I've learned my lesson about that. You'll probably hear about it next time I'm in the Fen anyway. Not that it's important, or direct from Eula herself or anything. I didn't say that. The point is, there's a great big ocean full of all sorts of stuff. Some of it has sharp teeth, and worse, maybe, but the good stuff? It's magical, and I wouldn't trade any of it for the safety of the surface. So I'll be back. Hard to say when. You know how the winds are, but you can bet I'll be back.
I pray to the great Queen Mother of the Nalos. My people serve your will with honor and righteousness. To the loyal Nalos, you are praised as the highest of gods, as I did all of my life, training and honing my body as a perfect vessel for your will, to be your champion. Well, today that all ends. The closer I get to you, the more my eyes widen. Now I see you are a plague, a disease that has infected my people. No longer will I serve as your arbiter. I now know what I must become. I will cast off the shackles. I will not become brainwashed by a false betrayer. I vow to free Triton people from their servitude to a corrupt deceiver such as you. I will no longer be known as Proximus Midnight. I will further be known as Proximus Shadow Knight. I rebuke my oath to Eula Saltsmile and the Order of the Mid-Sea Knights.
I used to think I owed my entire life to Eula Saltsmile. She gave me power and status in this world, put me on a pedestal, even gave me a home, or what I thought was one. But things have changed. I will no longer let her rule over me, control me, smother me. I've sought new power so that I can dismantle her crooked kingdom, piece by piece, starting with the person she valued most, her ever so faithful pet. So faithful she murdered the one she loved, all because Eula ordered it. The sea egg may be the mother of krakens, but I know what they fear, and I gave myself to it. Heed this warning, Eula. I will ruin everything you've ever taken for yourself, and I'll take your tongue too. Corvus, I will avenge you, my love, if it's the last thing I do.
Waves crash on the beach of an endless sea. You hear a voice you have heard so many times before. The horizon. She calls to you. She sings of endless wonders and innumerable horrors, of hopeful promises and dire warnings. And you feel her song. It was always there. Listen. Do you hear it? The wind is in your favor. The tide is rising. The sea is yours for the taking, and your ship awaits. Fair winds and following seas, brave mariner. May fortune find you when the horizon calls. Ahoy and welcome everyone to Horizon's Call. We're back. And hey, we got some new intros. I hope you enjoyed those. I thought they were phenomenal. Of course, they were made by the amazing people that I'm joined by. I should probably start by saying, hi, I'm Derek Sword. I am your DM, as always, for this wonderful campaign. We are on session 10 of 12. Including this, we got 3 more left. So stick around. Things are getting pretty intense. But before they do, I'm going to have these incredible people introduce themselves and their characters. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome. We're very happy to have you here. You can always check out our VODs if you're looking to catch up on the show. But if you're looking to get into it now, this is where the action's on. Yeah, this is where it's happening. But again, before we get into the action, Mare, if you wouldn't mind starting us off, introduce yourself and say a little bit about Acacia.
Hello, I am Mare. Today I am playing Acacia, the centaur rogue, who is not a seahorse when she goes into the water. Yeah, she loves her dad a lot. That's all.
Not a seahorse, loves her dad.
Yep.
That's all. That's all.
Very
you,
interested in the stars and these elder shards. Still not a seahorse.
Thank you, Mare. Mikyl.
Hi, I'm Mikyl, and I'll be playing Proximus. I am still wiping the tears out of my eyes. Sorry, that was intense. So I will be playing Proximus, your Triton Paladin Sorcerer.
Thank you, Mikyl. Kaila.
Hi, I'm Kaila. I will be playing your Siren Warlock, Scarlett Shores.
Thank you, Kaila. Last but not least, Eva.
Hello, hi. I'm very loud, apparently. I'm Eva, and I will be playing your Sea Elf Artificer, Winnie.
As always, I do like to start off at the top by saying a special thank you to Mikyl for doing our incredible character art. If you enjoy what you see here, definitely check out his Twitter. We'll do all of our plugs at the end, of course, but a special bit of appreciation for the incredible character art and to maintain and change the character art throughout the campaign.
Revisions.
And the revisions. It has been phenomenal. So very much appreciation. So yes, new intros, new character art. Stuff's changing right at the end. Go figure. Before we get into our recap, I do want to say that you, the audience member, can also influence the game as we play it. For the equivalent of $5, you can, and that includes subscription or bits or direct donations. You can grant advantages. For $10, you can grant an individual crit. It kind of goes up from there. There is a chat command which kind of illustrates how you can best influence the game. So you can do group advantages, group crits, and also with a direct donation of $30, you can introduce a complication which we call a black spot. Makes things a little more difficult from the players as ruled by me, the DM. So if that's something you're interested in doing, we could definitely collect some black spots. The other thing is, if we hit a hype train, I have to sing a sea shanty. I don't have any necessarily prepared, but I'm sure that I could find one real quick. I always do it at the break or at the end. So if we hit hype trains, more hype trains we hit, more sea shanties there are. Bear that in mind. Be kind. All that said, I will let the very lovely Winnie take us away with a recap.
Dear Helios, we found your island, and it is very nice. Everyone's a little, like, on edge for some reason. Can't imagine why. It's, been a time. Everyone's been really nice, kind of vis-a-vis, like, letting us use your library and feeding us. There's been some very nice food, a little bit of fruits, some nuts, some fishes, which were very good. There's a nice view. A little distracting with our kind of research. Maybe interrupted a little bit, first of all, by Scarlett's new hair color. You'll never believe she went blue. It looks very good, though. Very nice. So, yes. So, there's that, which was a little distracting. Maybe got a few little leads, little tidbits, but we were kind of attacked. You didn't say anything about, like, routine attacks, so I kind of feel like maybe this is an us thing. But there was a little, like, a little bit of an assassination attempt, I guess you could say. It's sort of focused on Scarlett and Proximus, who's looking a little... Look, just between friends, a little washed out. I don't know if it's like sun bleached. That doesn't seem right. But maybe a few more vitamins in his diet. I don't know. I don't really know how to bring that up with him. But the good news is we have time to discuss that because he wasn't killed. Neither was Scarlett. That sounds sort of like, no, I didn't want either of them to be, like, taken out, although it was close. We did not have a super great time with that. Demona was actually really helpful. I don't usually speak to... I speak to the Tressums all the time, but they don't usually speak back. So this was, like... kind of a unique situation, if you will. But good news, we all survived. I think everyone at your monastery survived. This is probably a really bad time to, like, be leaving you a note, because there's blink sharks in the water. That probably doesn't bode well. So hope you get this. Hope we're still alive when you get this. Yeah. So hope you're having fun. We're not. Love, Winnie.
Thank you, Winnie. Thank you very, very much for your impromptu letter when there's blink sharks. Speaking of blink sharks, you all are standing on the top of the hill where the monastery is located amongst the ruins on this small, somewhat Mediterranean-esque island. You're looking down to just past the village where the fishing boats are. You can see large forms, even from where you are, swimming around the boats. And then you see one of them jump out of the water. And as it jumps out to crest over the ship, It blinks out of time and space and appears in a separate location, grabbing one of the fishermen and diving back into the water. There are a few of you who would know what these are. These are, in fact, blink sharks. The bell is ringing, indicating that the village is under attack. The fishing boats are attempting to get back to shore, but there is a brutality of blink sharks. Not a school, not a herd, a brutality. Sophia looks to all of you, and even through her mask, you can see panic in her eyes. What would you all like to do?
I would like to glance over my companions. Does anyone look super bad?
You all should have gotten a long rest.
Yeah, I think I was gonna ask because I'm at full and I just wanted to confirm we're at a long rest.
Got a
this
long
is-
rest.
A couple of us were real bad. I think everyone except Winnie.
Yeah, I was like, I thought we had a long rest, and then I went, oh wait, I didn't get scratched in that fight, so...
This is
So we
the morning
we
after,
had-
so...
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
Say,
Three of us hugged one of those things, so...
Yes, yeah, there were some slithering trackers in that last session. Yes, you all got a long rest. This is the morning after your encounter with the Sahuagin assassin. So this is the fishing boats going out for the first part of the morning. They've been up for a little bit of time, but apparently their nets have caught more than they intended.
Hey, so... we should probably help them.
For no other reason, at least so we can get to the ship.
Would
At
like
minimum.
to leave. We can't unless we help.
Acacia, when you say that, go ahead and make me a perception check.
Okay. That's only a 16.
Okay. You do actually glance to the innocents when you say that. And you can see, even with the 16, the glare of the sun isn't, it's not crusting over that horizon necessarily. It's kind of coming from behind. And you can see that there are dark shapes swimming around the innocents as well. They are being fended off, you think, but you can't necessarily tell.
I'm just peering out at the innocents. Ship's good for now, but we don't know for how long, especially since there's a lot of them.
Eric, how far is it from where we're at to the shoreline, or where these fishermen are?
I mean, you would have to take a couple of turns of running. If we wanted to basically start with combat, we wouldn't necessarily start the initiative order until you all were essentially in the water. But it would probably take a couple of minutes to get down to the shore at a full sprint, and then a little bit of time, depending on your swim speed, to get to where the fishing boats are.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I'm not going to make you guys just dash to actually get there. We'll pick it up once you guys have hit the water, if that's what you were choosing to do.
Right.
And there's how many that we see? You said like a school?
A brutality, yeah. Approximate, go ahead and roll me
Brutality.
perception if you're trying to determine how many there are.
Okay. 15 plus 1, 16.
At least 5, maybe more.
Okay. And there's one fisherman ship?
There's several fishing boats.
Okay.
Yeah.
How big are they? Are they size category large?
How big are they? That is an excellent question. They
That's
are.
an important question.
They actually, some of them, oddly enough, look bigger than others.
Oh, Jesus.
But they are definitely larger than medium.
Mhm.
I take out a dagger.
I'm actually, I'm going straight down to the shoreline. I know that it'll take me some time,
Mhm.
but I could
Nice.
always use my boots.
Acacia,
do-
you shouldn't run with daggers out. I hope you know that.
Winnie, I don't have time to listen to this.
I
Just be
think that's the
careful.
least of our
And I-
worries.
Okay.
And I
Just-
go, looking very much like I don't want to fight these things, but we kind of have to.
Everyone go ahead and roll for initiative.
Winnie would like to unshoulder her trident.
Yeah, as a bonus action, I'm gonna. Well, I'll just go ahead. Let me do initiative first. Great.
That's a 7.
12.
10. This is.
13.
You can tell we
I don't know
really want to fight this thing.
I know.
We are.
We're all reluctant. Like, I don't really want to do this.
We gotta.
We're rolled terrible.
There's such thing as sushi in Damaris. Can I say we're making sushi?
Yeah. Sushi exists. It's an oceanic world. Sushi is definitely a thing.
Proximus is immediately offended.
Scarlett
Mare.
totally eats fish.
This is Mare.
I'm like, wait a
I'll
second.
say it eventually.
Meat's
Yeah,
back
it's-
on the menu, boys.
Is a mermaid eating fish? Is that cannibalism? One has to
No.
wonder.
Because fish do eat fish.
Fish do eat fish. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shark eat shark.
Wait,
It's
where
a
is
sharky
Scarlett
shark
on the
roll.
food chain?
Definitely not at the bottom.
No, Scarlett's definitely a top.
Oh, come on, Derek.
Nah.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Cut off the
with all of you
rails.
rushing down to the shoreline, Proximus, if you would like, you absolutely can fly. I would say you'd actually probably be able to get to the beach faster that way because you're not traversing downhill. You're kind of, literally as a crow flies, managing your way to the shoreline.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that, and oh man, if I do that and I get down there faster, do I get like a surprise round?
You'll get a turn before everybody else. The sharks aren't necessarily surprised, but
Right.
you will essentially go at the top of the order. Then everyone else will go with you going. The order is Winnie, Acacia, Blink Sharks, Proximus, Scarlett. So if you decide to fly down, it would be Proximus, Winnie, Acacia, Blink Sharks. And then
So I'm gonna fly down, and then as soon as I get about 120 feet away from the ships, you hear Proximus say "Mistwalk," and there's a fog cloud that he's going to put around the ships just to make it really hard for the Blink Sharks to get at the fishermen.
Okay,
just
how
a
big is
cast.
the fog cloud?
It is only 20 feet, so
Okay,
I'm
You
assuming
can
that these
get-
boats are kind of like spread out.
they are spread out, so you get like part of one fishing boat.
Okay, that's all I got.
Okay, kind of grouping it around a collection of fishermen. I'm assuming.
Yeah,
Fisher
and he
people.
yells out, "Get to the fog!" That's it.
Okay. So are you flying when you say that? So you're
Oh yeah,
okay. Full Namor the Submariner, just
yeah, in the air,
Okay. Yeah.
superhero pose.
just
Yeah.
one knee up for some reason.
Yep, one knee up. I don't know why, but
Yeah, it helps you fly. Okay. Well, with
actually, I feel
that-
like he would actually be flipping his legs back and forth,
oh, that's
like he was
'cause-
swimming because he
'cause he
doesn't
swims.
know. Yeah,
Right. That's how things fly. Yeah.
he would.
Oh, that's cute. Okay. So you all watch as Proximus takes flight with his winged boots and takes the sky casting fog over a portion of the attacked ships. The rest of you rush down to the shoreline. Winnie, it is your turn first. You were essentially standing in the surf, we can say that. So it would take a turn to essentially get to where the ships are, the nearest ship. And from where you are, you cannot see any sharks as they are under the water.
That's rude. I would like to go into the water. What's the visibility in this, like, lagoon? I don't know. Is it like a...
Like a cove.
Thank you, yes.
Uh, it It is somewhat enclosed on one side, so it's kind of brackish when you get closer to the shore. You're deep enough. We could say that, when he inherent swimming ability, Acacia standing taller than the rest of you, you would be where most people would be at, like, neck deep. So you've gotten past the brackish part where you've kicked up sand and everything, and it is, morning, so the sun is shining down. You would have normal visibility where you currently are.
Okay. I would like to head as close to the ships as I can until I see something. Either someone worth saving or something worth giving a stern talking to.
As you're approaching the nearest ship, you do spot 2 sharks that are circling the ship. One of them actually swims up from deeper and kind of joins the other, and they look ready to lunge up onto the ship. They have not necessarily noticed you.
How far away would you say I am from the shore and to the sharks?
The shore would probably be... It'd probably be about 60 feet between shark and shore.
Perfect. Okay. I would like to turn and would you say perhaps there's like a rocky shore a bit? Some rocks?
Rocky Shore Picture Show? Is that what you're...
I would like to kind of, I guess, lasso in some fashion a rock weighing between 1 to 5 pounds, ideally 5 pounds, because Winnie is the burliest sea elf you've ever met. And
Yes,
she's
a
like
5-pound rock is incredibly burly.
yeah.
Yes, dear.
She has a strength of 0, so
Mm-hmm.
it's her
We'll say that you
her
can
bowling
find a
ball
5-pound
weight.
rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she'd like to fling it up and aim it very carefully so that it will drop on the shark. One of the sharks. This is essentially catapult.
Okay. Are you essentially catapulting it out of the water?
Well, it'd be from the shore, like, up and then down.
Okay.
Like, I'd like
Alright.
to, like, make up for, like, whatever resistance the water would give it to, like...
That's fair. It is magically propelled, so that would make sense. Okay, that works.
Cool. So, can it make a dexterity saving throw for me?
It sure can. That is a 12.
Okay, well, it needed 16, so sucks to be the shark. I don't have that many d8s at the moment. So that is 9 points of damage.
9 damage.
And I don't think it knows it was me. So we could still be friends. It doesn't know.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. Is that it for your turn?
That is absolutely it for my turn.
Quality catapult turn. Acacia, it is your turn.
Well, because I completely forget about my own abilities, is it safe to say that I could have cast my psionic speaking with the rest of the party?
Plenty of time on your way down. Absolutely.
Cool. So I'll do that, and I can do it up to 4 people, so the last person will be Curio. How much until I can get into the water in terms of move speed?
You were in the water. We'll count that. So it would be neck deep for everybody. Acacia is probably still like torso above. Yeah. And Curio is on the shore, and
Okay.
he's looking a little antsy.
Sure. Can I see any, and how close are they, and how much movement do I need to get to them?
So it would be 30 movement to get to them. They would be the same 2 that Winnie spotted at the closest ship.
Mhm.
And once you're underwater, you would be able to spot them.
Okay, so I have a 30-foot swim speed.
Mhm.
I will get up to one of them. Are they in combat with any of the fishermen or anything like that?
They're not. They're circling the ship. They would not even have noticed you.
So what I am going to do is I am going to charge
Okay.
actually as the charged racial ability. So I'm going to swim up at that with my dragon tooth dagger and attack. And if I hit, I can also attack with my hooves.
Okay. Acacia, you would notice something else that's different about these sharks as you are the one that's actually approaching them in melee. They are armored.
I hate that.
They appear to be wearing some type of humanoid-made metal and leather armor, almost like a harness, but it's almost like briding that would go on a war horse has been attached to these sharks.
Oh, I hate that so much. I have a 21.
Yes, that would hit.
Oh, 21, and then the dagger is going to be a total of 8 damage, and I will lash out with my hooves, which is that's only a 16.
16 will not hit.
Okay, I didn't think so.
Okay.
Just kind of try and not get attacked by these sharks.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
That's the goal, right?
Also, hey everybody, they have armor on.
You all hear that in your heads.
I don't think sharks are supposed to have armor.
Acacia, anything else for your turn? Awesome. With that, it is Blink Shark turn. Blink Shark number 1, that has gotten hit a couple of times by Winnie and Acacia, is going to take 2 chomps towards, Acacia, being right there. So Acacia, that is going to be a 16 and an 11.
Neither hit.
Neither hit. Okay. The other Blink Shark is going to notice Winnie. Winnie, you kind of watch as this shark turns and starts flipping its tail very fervently towards you. And then it blinks out of existence. And in a moment, it flashes before you with a mouthful of teeth, and it is going to take 2 bite attacks against you. That is going to be a 17
Oh, no.
and a 21.
Oh, yes. To be fair,
Okay.
teeth do belong in a shark mouth. Some shark mouths.
They do.
So,
Yeah, not whale shark mouths, but yeah. These are
basking
blink shark
sharks.
mouths. Mm-hmm. Just want to list all the toothless sharks?
I
Nursing
would
sharks.
I would prefer to think about toothless sharks right now. Toothless. Anyway.
That is 15 piercing. And Winnie, as the very familiar shark bite that you've experienced from a were shark, just in different form, chomps into you, you also see the red start to emanate out into the water.
Winnie has a brief flash of wondering if she's going to turn into a blink shark.
Fair. Okay. Next up, because there are several other blink sharks, I think. Proximus, as you're flying above and looking down at the scene, something else pops into your point of view, and again, it is a mouthful of teeth, as a blink shark has blinked into the air to chomp at you. And that one of them was only a 14, the other one was a 21.
21 is my armor class.
Yes.
So yeah.
Okay, so that is 19 piercing damage.
Ooh.
As this shark chomps at you and kind of flips its tail, very much like the Adam West Batman movie, flies up into the air to grab you, and then after it takes a big old chunk out of you, it goes splashing back down in the water.
Ooh. I don't like
Oh,
that at
also,
all.
Eva, I meant to say, when you said you speak to the Tressums, it made me think that you were the Lorax. You speak to the Tressums. You speak for the...
I am the Lorax.
Yes.
So
Okay.
as he bites me, do I get an attack of opportunity? Or does it just blink away?
That is an interesting question, because it by gravity's means, it is not willingly moving out of your... Fuck it, sure.
When you ask the DM the hard questions.
Yeah.
I would say it would be a disadvantage because this thing, essentially did blink and
Surprise
kind of
me.
surprise you. Yeah.
Right.
So I will say it's a disadvantage, but sure, you can take an opportunity attack against it.
Well, I didn't cast my Shadow Blade, so I didn't ready my weapon, so I'm just gonna punch it.
You can pull a dagger or something like that.
I don't got time.
No, okay. Punch that shark. Punch in the gills. Punch in the face. Punch in the nose. That's how you're supposed to deter sharks. Yeah.
Yeah. So 10.
Nope.
Yeah. I just whiff.
You hit solid plate armor on this shark.
Oh,
and,
nice.
And it glances off. Okay. Well, Proximus, it is your turn. Oh, Stephen.
All right. Well, as a bonus action, you hear Proximus say "Skadulem," and he points his finger at the shark, and he will make his Shadow Blade because he learned that he needs to be ready, and then he's going to cast Heat Metal and say "Height Mida," and he's gonna burn the shit out of that shark.
Yeah.
Because he's a little upset.
That's fair. A little perturbed.
Right. So, heat metal. Do I just do it? There's no roll for it.
Yeah, I think that's just how it works. It takes damage, if I remember right.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast it at second level.
Yeah, if unless it lets go, it takes damage. But if you're doing it on armor, sucks to suck.
Yeah, especially armor that it cannot willingly don or
take
doff.
off.
Yeah.
It is under. If it's underwater though, I don't think it is though. So never mind.
It's in the air right now.
Yeah.
It just says that it makes the object glow red hot.
Yeah,
I'm
it
taking
still
it.
heat up.
Yeah. So it takes 10 damage.
All right.
And then he's gonna drop, and that's one action. I will slash it with my next, trying to make up the difference.
That's fair. All right.
All right. Come on, I need something. Natural 1. Oh god. I'm rolling great, guys. Yeah. So I go after it and swipe at the back of it.
You're so used to swimming that like you go to fly and then like you flip upside down and the gravity isn't what you expected. Yeah.
And then I'll just
anything
say
else
that
for
I
your turn,
crash
Proximus?
into the water. That is it. That is all Proximus has to do this round. Good luck, guys.
Scarlett, it is your turn.
I want to. Scarlett's gonna test something. She is going to prep her body to cast a leveled spell, but not actually test it to see what happens, because she hasn't cast anything that's actually leveled since her new pact.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to make sure she's not going to hurt anyone if they happen to stare at her.
So you're looking to see if when you cast a spell, your body lights up.
Leveled spell, yes. Not
A
cantrip.
leveled spell. Okay. So as you prepare your spell, that's a tough thing. Okay. Roll me perception. This isn't like an action or anything like that. Just since you're kind of experimenting.
18.
You look down and you can see the words glowing on your body. Curio is essentially standing just a little bit beyond. Doesn't seem thrown off at all. And he kind of looks and goes, "Get in there, Scarlett. I'm right behind you." Scared of sharks. All right, right behind you. If you hadn't picked up, Curio is my is my contemporary in this game. So yes, Scarlett, you might pick up on the fact that you have a form of true sight in the sense that you can see it. in the same way that you can read Elder, but you don't pick up that anyone else can.
And what's the closest shark to me?
It would probably be the one that went after Winnie.
Cool, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast it.
Okay.
With both. $18.
18 just hits. 18 armor class.
Yay! Wonderful. I hate it. That's too high. I can do math. I can do math. I can do math. 15 damage.
Okay. Hey, I can do math too. Look at us doing math and not needing calculators. Totally not needing calculators. What are you even talking about? Okay. Anything else to you?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to lay low because I do not know why there are armored blink sharks, but there are armored blink sharks.
Yeah, laying low in the low tide. Absolutely. With that, we're back to top of the order with Winnie. You got a shark in your face.
I got a shark in my face. I don't like it.
It was just Eldritch Blasted, so you
It
know.
was, and it is looking pretty rough.
I don't like. It's not very nice, friendly behavior. So I'm going to reach out. I got a little bit of stuff on my gloves, and just occurred to me my gloves are probably a little mismatched. It's fine. It's stylish. But I would like to shocking grasp this jerk. So that would be. Oh, thank you, Kaila. They're doing much better. That'd be a 27 to hit, please.
27 absolutely hits.
Darn well better. Which. Nope, those are not 8s. Hang on. Too many dice. 6, 3, 9. 9, please.
9 damage. We are going to double that because you have chosen to use an electric spell underwater. So
18.
I'm
Who's a
trying to
math
see-
gay now?
I don't think any of us are math gays.
Still not me.
Not a
No,
single goddamn one of us.
Absolutely
Nice
not.
try.
And I want to say, since, it's not like when you do, produce flame, you are burned by that flame by producing it. I don't think you take any damage from that.
I got my fancy gloves on, which
You
have,
do.
no mechanical anti-shock capabilities, but...
But I believe the ruling for electric spells underwater is that they double in
Distance.
length, width, and damage.
Yeah.
So 18 points of damage. Winnie, how do you finish? How do you fry the shark?
I really want to see its skeleton, but I know that's not, feasible. So,
You can see the teeth. Yeah.
Yeah, I just, I think I get it right on the snoot, because that's a good place to, it's not a good place to be on a shark, let's be honest. But, I think there's just, a little crackle, and then he just floats belly up.
Okay. So Winnie, you have taken out what is about a great white shark-sized blink shark, and it does float belly. Are you anything else for your turn?
No. Well, I guess it depends on how far away the other one is from me. I would like to be less close to a shark, if possible.
Okay, you could use your movement to get back to shore or to swim to another one of the sailboats. The next shark that's closest to you is closest to Acacia, about 30 feet away.
Are there any people in the water?
None that you can see.
can I see a shark that's not next to Acacia? Are any of the sharks still harassing the fishing boats? I guess I should say.
You would assume so. You would have to probably take about a turn to get within like sight. It's I mean it's clear, but still you're
Yeah.
underwater.
Yeah. Then I'll head closer to. Acacia, you look okay, right? Then I'll head closer to the fishing boats.
Okay. So there's a number of them. There's some to your left, some to your right. Do you have preference? I guess the way that I'm imagining the map is there are 5 fishing boats. You have essentially protected one towards the middle. Proximus is just up above and right. Acacia's below that one.
I'll go
Spans to the
left.
Back. Okay, so left there are 3 that way. There's another one further past the one that Acacia's next to. They've all just kind of fanned out, and they are trying to turn around and head back. Okay, so within that turn of movement, you can see the next closest ship, and under this one is a much larger, darker shape. This is a huge size blink shark. Giant blink shark. It's fun being the DM. Okay, Acacia, it is your turn.
Got one right in front of me
You do. It's
that
been
I would
roughed
like
up.
to stab, please. I still don't think anyone else is within like melee range of this other shark and engaged, right?
No, you are you're the only one. Everyone else has left you.
Rude. That is a dirty 20
Yes.
for another 8 damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to manifest another set of psychic blades to also shank it.
Okay.
That is a nat 1. I'm going to use an advantage.
Okay.
That is a 19.
Yeah,
No,
that'll hit.
21. Sorry, 21.
I'll do it.
It's math. Math is hard, y'all. That is going to be 11 points of damage.
Okay, so 19. Acacia, how do you finish this shark?
I would like to essentially rip its gills out
Yeah. Okay.
and just let it flop.
So Acacia, you can actually see that the gills on this thing are protected by the armor, being one of the soft spots. They almost have like the vents, like on a car hood might. But you were able to dig your daggers in, your psionic blades especially, and you tear this thing out from the inside, and you eviscerate this blink shark.
And how far is the closest one for me?
You wouldn't be able to tell. You can see that Winnie is swimming off to the left, so it's essentially 2 turns away, mechanically speaking.
All right, I'll start making my way and follow Winnie with my movement. 30 feet swim.
Okay. So you can see the same thing that Winnie sees, a huge sized blink shark. All right, it is blink shark turn. So, Proximus, did you hit the water, or you still?
Yeah, I hit the water.
Okay, so Proximus, when you hit the water as well, you are also releasing quite a bit of blood into the water, and you can see 2 sharks have essentially spotted you down. And knowing kind of what to expect, both of them do blink into existence right next to you, and they are going to take 2 chumps each. I believe with advantage, because if I remember right, yeah, it is blood frenzy. Okay, well, that was a 7 and a 4, so not great. Okay, that's a 15. That's a 22. 22 will hit.
22 hits, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so 3 attacks against you. That is going to be 17. Okay, so 19 for 1. 21 for the second. And 15 for the third.
What was the last one?
15.
15?
Okay. That is it for their turn. The huge-sized lake shark is actually going to make an attack against the fishing boat. Okay. You would watch as this, I guess Winnie and Acacia would see it as this rather massive megalodon-sized shark, almost the size of the boat itself, crashes up into, basically rams into the boat and starts crunching at the timbers themselves. You would very clearly be able to tell that this ship is taking water. And that is it for their turn. Proximus, it is your turn.
All right, so I'm in melee range between two blink sharks.
Got
yeah?
two of them. Yep.
All right. So he's going to reach out towards one and say, Wheelig Lock, and cast Lightning Lure at it. It's a 16 strength saving throw.
Okay. All right. One got a nat 20. They do have advantage. They have magical resistance. So
Oh, that was just towards one, so.
Oh, it is just towards one? Okay. Well, it's
Yeah.
a nat 20 for that one.
Okay, so it still takes the damage.
Okay.
2d8 lightning damage. So 9 lightning damage.
Okay. And then so double that to 18.
18. Sweet.
And because they're next to each other, you actually do hit both. The damage does go to both.
Okay. And then he's going to close the distance between the other, and he's going to take a swipe with his a nat 20. Oh, yes. And then as he's doing that, he's going to also say godlike sin, and it's going to be faithless smite.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. So, that is math. 8, 11, and then the faithless smite is 10. $28 plus 7. Come on, guys.
They have 14 hit points. If you you did more than that.
20. Is that 23? No, 33. Sorry. And then double that.
Okay. Is Faithless Smite? Oh, because
It's a divine smite, but it's just.
So, okay. We haven't had to mess with this rule too much because of underwater combat and not like multiple enemies kind of grouped up together. But I do have a home rule that I use called follow through. Essentially, if you are doing a melee attack against an enemy, they are within melee of another one of your enemies. Your swipe is enough damage that it goes over whatever hit points they have left. You follow through into the next enemy. Proximus, both of these sharks only had 14 hit points. You more than double. I mean, you did well more than 28 points of damage. How do you finish both of these sharks?
So with the lightning lash, as he sees that he misses and gets close to it, he's going to kind of use it as a distraction, drop it, and then he's going to go in with two hands on the shadow blade and go through one's, just swimming as fast as he can, just stick the blade out and go through the bottom of one shark into the next, just slicing it downward like a spear through the water.
You shish kebabbed two
Yes.
sharks. Wonderful. Okay. With that, we are at Scarlett. It is your turn. You have watched as Winnie and Acacia have swum further out towards another one of the fishing boats. There are no enemies within sight. Do you have Devil Sight? Okay. I didn't think so, but I played a couple of games. Okay. So yes, you could swim further out unless you had something else you wanted to do.
I will follow out to Acacia and Winnie. Yeah.
And you can do so telepathically. Or you say follow or call out?
Follow.
Oh, okay. Then yes. It would take you. You could dash to catch up with them if you wanted.
Yeah, I'll dash.
Okay.
I trust their
Winnie and
instincts. I'll follow
So
them.
Winnie and Acacia, actually Scarlett, you would be able to easily follow Winnie because she is leaving a trail of blood in the water. Okay. So with that, your turn. Unless you had a bonus action or anything you want to do.
I'm a warlock. I don't have anything that's super
I know.
productive as a
I
bonus
actually
action.
Okay. Back to top of the order with Winnie. Winnie, you have one huge blink shark that is attacking one of the fishing boats. It is essentially one turn away. 30 swim feet movement.
It's 30 feet away? Is that what I heard?
Yes.
Okay, no, I don't want to get that close to it. It's big.
A big boy.
A very big boy. I want to,
Chomp, chomp, chomp. It's not a baby shark. Do.
No. Oh, no. I want to, kind of shoot out a little, it's like an oxygen destroyer, except with frost. I want to cast frostbite on it.
Eva, did you just make a Godzilla reference?
Yeah.
All right. Yep.
Yeah. So just like a little, like a little, boom, that, sends a little frost out its way.
Mm-hmm.
So if it could make a Constitution saving throw, that'd be super great.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. That is a 14. I believe it has to be a 16,
It
so
does.
it did not. Yes.
So, out of curiosity, are its teeth its weapon?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So good news.
It doesn't. It doesn't have like a
disadvantage.
laser beam attached to its head or anything.
Yeah.
As much as I
So
wanted to.
it takes 5 cold damage,
Okay.
and then has disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll before the end of its next turn.
All right.
And then I do not. Oh wait. 2d6. I'm so sorry. And that's another 6.
Okay.
Why is D&D Beyond being? Because I can't read. That's why. Is the ship?
You can make Godzilla references, and I appreciate you. If nothing else for that.
Thank you. I'm a Godzilla gay. It's all becoming clear. Is there is the fishing boat still intact enough that people are not in the water at this
People
moment?
are not in the water. It's not like it's not the end of Jaws where the thing has crashed, the end of the orca or anything, but it has taken a chunk out of the ship. It is taking on water. I mean, if you think about, only 6 seconds has gone by, so it's
and they're still
it's not sunk, but
30 or 60 feet from the shore. It's not like we're out in the ocean, right?
you're not, they're not in the deep ocean. These are fishermen. You assume they can swim. You just don't think they can swim too well in blink shark infested waters.
I mean, that's fair, but I'm gonna focus on the shark and not them if that's the case. For now.
Nifty.
So I'm gonna keep my eye on them, but that's it for my turn.
With that, Acacia, it is your turn.
You said there's a huge shark still?
Yes, that's the one you're facing down with. That's the one that you can immediately see. Winnie just gave a little bit of frost. It is attacking a fishing boat. It is also armored.
And it is not, no one else is within melee range, I'm assuming.
No, you're essentially right next to Winnie from where you are right
Cool. But I'm not about to go up into it yet, so I'm just going to get within 30 feet, manifest 2 psychic blades, and just throw them at it.
now. Okay.
It's a 60-foot range normally, so I can't math. I got a nat 1 and a nat 20, but I'm gonna roll with advantage for the nat 1.
Now I'm trying to remember. So psychic blades, they're not physical, right?
They are psychic, essentially.
Right. So they're not actual physical weapons, so they shouldn't actually be deterred by the friction of the water. So you should have normal throwing.
Oh, I'm making 2 attacks.
Right. I'm also thinking just about the distance on them. Yeah. Because
you're okay with me having my full distance. I'm just getting within 30 feet if I wasn't within 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And then just...
I'm thinking about the distance of throwing them. That's because ranged weapon attacks automatically miss a target beyond the weapon's normal range. So you're within normal range. Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
I definitely missed that second one because it's a 15.
Okay.
I don't think a 15 hits with the second one. I
15's
got a
not.
nat 20 on the other one, so...
Nat 20 will do it.
The damage for the nat 20 is going to be 11 damage.
Okay.
And that is it.
Noted. It is Blink Shark's turn. Okay. Winnie, Acacia, Scarlett, seeing this very large shark in the water, almost like in the way that like movie sharks kind of roar underneath the water. You hear this noise reverberate out from it. It stops going after the ship after you have frosted and psychic bladed it. And Winnie, you are incredibly aware of the amount of red that you are making the water around you. As you, again, watch this huge-sized shark blink out of existence. And it is going to make a chomp towards you and Scarlett. And Winnie is going to attack you with advantage. Okay. So, Winnie, that is going to be a 19. Scarlett, that is a 22.
It chomped me.
Winnie, you are going to take, what is that, 15 points of piercing damage. Scarlett, you are going to take, what's that, 26 points of piercing damage.
Ouch.
As this,
Can I use a reaction on that?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to use Hellish Rebuke.
okay.
I just have the dex save of 16.
And what type of damage is it?
Fire.
Okay.
That don't do that. D&D Beyond.
It has a dex save of 13. I'm guessing that
Cool.
does not succeed.
Nope.
Okay.
So, now that I actually know that hits, let me reroll that. 39.
39. Okay.
That is
Scarlett, how do you end this shark?
I'm pissed. I just wanted to have a good time. I didn't want to deal with a giant blink shark. It just starts ashing away with Hellish Rebuke.
Perfect. All right. We're out of combat. Scarlett, go ahead and as you have Hellish Rebuke, as you have finished this giant shark covered in armor and teeth, blood, everything else. Scarlett, go ahead and roll me a perception check or investigation, whatever you're better at.
21.
Perfect. Scarlett, it's as this shark is starting to float away that you see on the flank of it, there's actually an emblem emblazoned into its armor, branded into the metal of the armor itself. It's a symbol that you would definitely be familiar with. Winnie would be familiar with. Proximus might not recognize it. Acacia definitely would. This is the symbol of the Nereon Empire. It's at this point that something far deeper starts to rise. And you all would watch as from deep in the ocean, a much darker shape swimming towards you rising as it does. It's the size of a small town. It's a fortress, moving in the water, on the back of a giant turtle. And as this figure, this fortress, this mixture of creature and construct begins to rise out of the water, you can see the banners that are drifting just lazily in the water as it moves. Banners of the Nereon Empire. Winnie, this is the zaratan that you saw so many weeks ago. The Empire has found you.
Oh no.
What would you all
Y'all,
like to do?
why is the Nereon Empire here?
That's a very good question that we should probably figure out somewhere else.
We need to get to the ship now.
I agree.
Is there a way of warning the monks, maybe?
The monks will be fine.
You know what's good enough for me? To the
They
ship.
were harboring us, so they will not be fine.
They can talk their way out of it.
I'd like to swim back
You-
to shore.
To be fair, they're probably gonna follow us. Like,
Not that they can't.
Maybe
You
back
all
to
would
shore,
watch.
grabbing Curio and the surgeon, if possible.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You all would watch as the zaratan crests out of the water, the fortress with it, the water cascading off of the sides. And as it breaches to the surface, and the parapets open, and the turrets unfurl, you are being faced down with a fortress full of Nereon soldiers, Imperial soldiers. And a single figure stands on the parapets above, looking down at all of you. Ballistas aimed at you, catapults the ready. And from the zaratan, dozens more blink sharks are dispersed into the water. They are not alone. These are being ridden.
Is it very much a halt or we'll shoot, or we're gonna shoot regardless type of action?
They have not fired yet. They have
Only one
very
way to
clear
find
shots.
out.
The sharks are not pursuing. They are essentially creating a wall.
Between the cove and our ship. Yeah.
Between the shore and the ship.
I still want to get to shore.
Okay. Acacia, you can successfully get to shore. And Curio is there waiting for you. He wasn't going to leave you. You come trotting out of the ocean. Honey, are you okay? What is that thing?
Nereon Empire?
Yeah, I
why
got that.
Don't know why it's here.
Fuck. All right.
I'd tell everybody, do you know why it's here? They can't have realized that we came this direction, and if they are here for the icebox.
Well,
Honey, do you still have the astrolabe?
Yes.
Give it
Why?
up. I'm gonna hide it.
Okay. I will covertly hand it over as stealthily as possible.
Yeah, you do so, and you would see, no one else. Curio opens one of the secret compartments in his torso, one of like where the abdominal would be, and secrets it away inside. All right, nobody say anything about it. So I'll just play cool.
Say what?
That's my girl.
All right.
All
Did
right.
the rest of you get that? Say nothing.
Yep. Say nothing.
All right, you all got a plan?
Oh, yeah. Oh, we're swimming in plans.
sure. Empire. Got it. Try not to die. That's the plan.
Yeah, it's a good plan.
Think past that?
Uh,
No.
Hmm?
I was just saying, anything past like not dying, I have no plan. That's what I'm saying.
Proximus, have you made it back to shore as well?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. The Empire pushes forward, essentially creating a shark shield wall, pushing inwards. In a way, it's almost admirable. It's the way that fishermen tend to fish. Put your nets out, compress the school until you have everything trapped. You were all trapped on this island. The innocence is actually beyond Zaratan. And no perception check needed. The sails unfurl. And it turns. Are any of you doing anything? Or are you all just are you standing on shore just waiting?
How far is the innocence away?
A few hundred feet.
Is it more than 500?
It is.
More than 500?
Yes.
Standoff?
That absolutely seems like something that we would succeed in. Sure, why not?
Well, not like a standoff like that, but like, wait, whoever makes the first move first, because I think if we try and get past that, they're just gonna shoot us down.
You watch as longships are deployed from the Zaratan. You know there are individuals in the water, but longships are deployed as well. And as the Imperial soldiers make it to shore, they stomp into the surf, splashing down, crossbows leveled at each of you.
If we try to make a run for it, they shoot.
They'll burn the island down. Or
And a
worse.
single individual dressed in the reds and purples, the more regalia than armor, like the others, comes down from one of the ships, one of the longboats. In the name of the Nereon Empire, I place each and every one of you under arrest. Come quietly, or there will be consequences. Am I understood?
Under what terms?
She said,
I'm sorry. I'm not here to negotiate terms. I gave you the terms.
okay, what
Why
is the accusation?
Oh, your charges.
Yes.
Wonderful. I was hoping you would ask. Treason, property destruction, arson, piracy, murder, theft, and burglary, amongst so very, very many more. But those are a few of the bigger ones.
I can
You would
claim
like to
those
say
for
I'm not a
myself.
pirate?
Sorry, both of you were speaking at once. The centaur, you were saying,
I'm not a pirate.
no, you're a thief. And you've engaged with pirates, which makes you a pirate under the laws of the Nereon Empire. Yes, Miss Shores.
I can claim those charges for myself, but the others, no.
I'm sorry, I'm not here to negotiate.
You're lucky you're standing here at all.
And who are you?
I'm no one of consequence, but I speak for High Admiral Decimus Caedus. You will be interacting mostly with him.
That's so sad.
Do I know who that is?
Get on the boats! High gods above, you all are infuriating.
Likewise.
Proximus is gonna say in his mind link, I think this is Eula. I think she sold us out.
Wouldn't surprise me.
We get on. We go.
Why
I
is
just
her
need you to
ship?
trust me.
Her ship is free and we are not.
The ship isn't necessarily free. Callisto knows when to leave.
They did not go after the ship.
But also, if they don't want people on the ship,
Exactly.
I think we're the bigger targets.
Yes.
We go willingly. I need you all to trust me on this.
Callisto tried to do anything she wouldn't win.
Better to fight another day. Or skulk through the night and help us break out another day. Anyway, I
Don't
trust
know
you,
if help are
Scarlett.
coming.
Are you all getting on the boats?
Getting on the boats.
Winnie will get on the boat, but she's gonna look really sad at this person and just say, you're probably someone of consequence to somebody.
Winnie,
Chin
as
up.
you
Now not
board
the time for friends.
the longboat, manacles are clasped on your wrists. And as each of you board the longboat, manacles are clasped onto yours as well.
Can I do an investigation check on these manacles?
Absolutely.
How high quality are they?
Can I
Kind
not
of, yeah.
investigate and just try and quietly open them?
How would you be opening them?
With my lock picks.
Okay.
Ooh, nat 20. This is how do I get these?
So Winnie, before you do that, Proximus, you would know magic when you saw it, and these manacles are not subtle about it. They have glyphs that are etched into them.
Damn it.
You all would, if you did try to communicate through your telepathic link, you would not hear anything. Winnie, you have lost the ability of your magical gloves.
And is it blocking magic or is it blocking psionics? Because
So
this is
that's-
something, yeah, because this is like, it was a whole thing in 3.5 you had to decide on between
Sure
the rest of
was.
your clues, so.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah.
It is, I'm going to say psionics in this sense are a form of magic. It is
Okay.
blocking a psionic.
That's fair. We're going to establish this now.
Yes.
The DM has
that's
learned
good.
from the last time.
Yeah, it's good rule just to lay down now.
It was
Yeah,
a big thing in
yeah.
3.5. They were completely
Yep.
separate things, and it was
I think that's why they
ridiculous.
haven't messed with too much psionics. They almost did it for Eberron, and they're like, nope.
Done. We're done. We're not
Yep.
touching it with a 10-foot pole.
Okay, so yes, you essentially have a personal anti-magic field. And as the longboats begin to paddle their way back, again, you are surrounded by soldiers who are watching you very intently. If you did want to lockpick Winnie, you would have to roll pretty high for that. It would be a sleight of hand on top of the lockpick roll itself, because you're also trying. They're stiffer than they would be, I guess. They're not moving as independently as they maybe would be otherwise. Mm-hmm.
I am just staring them all down.
Same.
The rowboats make it back to the zaratan. There is a small entry point with a ramp, and you are marched inside the fortress. And you see there actually is an open part of this fortress, a courtyard, essentially. There are soldiers literally everywhere, everyone dressed in the reds and purples, most wearing armor, indicating that they are infantrymen. A strange combination of infantry and sailor, a new form of soldier that perhaps none of you would have necessarily seen before. Combination of the two.
Marines, you say?
Simplify. Navy SEALs, maybe? Yeah. You are marched further into the fortress itself. An area you would all recognize very clearly as a brig. And a cell door is opened. A solid metal door, no bars. Small slit at the top. I should have mentioned that Curio is with you. He was arrested as well. And you are all placed inside the cell.
What about Constance?
Constance did not come down to the shore. She's not with you.
Oh,
she
she's
didn't
still on
come
the
down
island.
from the
She's
monastery.
still on the island as far as you know.
Okay. And they put us all in one cell.
They did.
Poor decision. Okay.
Rookie mistake.
And with that, we're actually going to go ahead and take a break. So stick around, everybody. We'll be back in 5 to 10. Go ahead and pet your pets, get a drink, do the things, as we say. Yes. We'll be back. Ahoy, everyone, and welcome back to Horizon's Call. When we just left off, the party has just been arrested by the Nereon Empire. They have the Nereon Empire, in a turn of ingenuity, combining both land and sea, have built a fortress on the back of a zaratan, a gargantuan-sized sea turtle, essentially. The party has been arrested, taken into this fortress, and placed in a cell. Their hands are bound by magical manacles, preventing them from casting magic. What would you all like to do?
I would like to take out my new tome.
Okay.
And open it and write into it. I don't know how to politely say, please help. Scarlett will write, I summon thee.
Scarlett, go ahead and even before you write, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Cool.
This is a dark cell, but there is a small, like, arrow slit kind of window.
I do have dark vision.
You do. That's right.
That is an 18.
Okay. There is a similar glyph carved into the floor, as is on your manacles. As you open your tome, where there typically would be spells written out, it's an ordinary book. Pages blank.
Cool. I'm still gonna write it.
Okay.
I'm hoping it's gonna be like a text message that you send when you don't have service.
Mm-hmm. just like pops up later. 2 days later, it's just
What?
you're right here. What do you want? All right.
Besides the fact that these are magicked manacles, like, what's the quality on them?
Pretty high quality.
Pretty damn high quality.
Just to give it to a rogue, I would say. Okay, so what essentially are you asking for, a number, or are you asking?
Just general high quality. Do I think even I would have a hard? I think
Yeah.
like at least it would take a long time, right?
It would take a long time. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
They are adamantine. You can tell that right off the bat. Magical in quality, aside from that, with the glyph that is etched into them, and the locking mechanism is
Rough.
intricate.
Okay.
Yeah.
20 tumblers on the inside, shit like that.
Goddamn 20 tumbler. Okay.
Just look at them and grumble for a bit. Not worth the time right now. They'll just re-put us in them.
Yeah. Didn't take anything. Still armed as far as things go. Stone.
I was expecting you to say lava.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you were all melting. That's the end, everybody.
And we're done here.
It's one of them lava zaratans. That sounds like a Pokemon. Mm-hmm. if you're looking around, you would see that there is something on the floor. If you stood up and just kind of took a look at the room, it is. I was going to say 10 by 10, but you're in there with the centaur. That wouldn't make sense. It is a 15 by 15 cell. It is. Yeah, it's still tight. I mean, there's still 6 people, one of them being a centaur in there. 5 people. 5, yeah.
Eva, are you muted?
I am muted. I'm so sorry. Yeah, and I had zoom up instead. I'm sorry. Thank you. Yes. Okay, so I would like to take my python, piton, whatever, and my hammer. And I would like to try and I don't know how much give I have on my manacles, like how many links there are. If I need to brace the spike between my feet, that's also fine. And I'd like to just hammer away at this glyph.
You're muted. Derek, you're muted.
Derek, you're muted.
I'm muted. Hey, you know what? We all do this sometimes. Christ almighty. Okay. That is on me. I should have better described the manacles. They are not bound by chains. They are essentially clasp your wrists together. You don't exactly have a lot of hand movement. Okay. And also because Curio is still missing their forearm, essentially, they have not been bound. They almost took a look at the manacle and then couldn't figure out where to attach it to, and then they just let Curio on as it was.
Winnie is sorry. I dropped the die, a very important die of what I'm about to say. While Winnie is hammering away, I think you said at the glyph on the floor, I want to take out a key, and I want to try it in everyone's manacles.
Okay.
And ask Curio to try it on mine.
Is this your key of mystery?
This is my key of mystery, or whatever it's called. Mystery key.
Mm-hmm. So a 1 in 100 chance of working. 5%.
Any lock into which it is inserted. So it does not hurt to try 4 different locks.
So I tell you what, here's what we're going to do.
Okay.
I am going to roll a D100.
Okay.
If you match that,
okay.
If you get within 5 in either direction, or I guess how the fuck do I want to do this? Goddamn.
Yeah.
5%.
I was literally just thinking between 0 and 5.
Between 0 and 5. Yeah. Well, 1 and 5. Yeah.
1
Between
and 5.
1 and 5. Okay. Yeah. Let's do it that way because that's smarter.
What I was thinking.
Yep.
So I'll do Proximus first. Nope. I will go. Let's try Scarlett. I got a 5. Well, I was not expecting that to work. And then the key turns into dust.
Well, not expecting it to work. I'm glad it did.
So Scarlett, the manacles and fall from your wrists.
Well, that's one of us.
Can I take whatever Winnie's using to hammer out the floor and try it? Since I have more range of motion?
And I would like to stand at the slot and stand in front of it and keep an eye out.
Acacia. Oh, goddamn. Okay. Acacia, when you open the slot, there's someone outside. Yeah.
I'm not going to open it. I'm just going to stand there and stand in front of it and listen and keep.
We all talk very loudly.
Yeah, Acacia, the door
Start
clunks
singing
as you're
sea
standing there.
shanties.
Someone is right outside.
Cool.
Perhaps it was the hammering. Perhaps it was just the time this person was going to come in. Perhaps it's that you're all just in a cell trying to hammer away at this glyph. But from outside the cell walks in an older human man. He is dressed in, again, the purples and reds, the regalia of the Nereon Empire, high collar, wearing a breastplate, Blazoned on it are several different insignias, which, if you were familiar with the Nereon Empire, you would recognize him as being quite highly ranked. He's accompanied by an individual who is not wearing armor of any kind. Another high collar, though, doublet of sorts, who is carrying an open book with a quill.
Just the two of them.
Just the two.
So, do I still have like the individual manacles?
The manacles.
Can I act like they're still there?
Yeah, I'm gonna shift over in front of Scarlett, kind of hiding her hands.
Okay. I was gonna say you could put them
Like,
back
just
on.
get in the way.
Scarlett, go ahead and make me a sleight of hand, and we'll see how convincing you can be about.
I'm going to use one of my advantages. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use one of my crits.
Okay. So what does that turn out to be?
That turned out to be a 23.
23. Okay. Okay. Doesn't seem to recognize that you are no longer bound. And he turns to look to each of you and then sees Winnie essentially ready to hammer on the floor. Miss Admiral, if you could please not ruin my floors, I would very much appreciate that.
Maybe you shouldn't have such nice floors to ruin.
Kind of a waste of time to have nice floors in a prison.
I've seen nicer.
Oh, I'm sorry, Proximus, do you want to add one? You're all full of such quips.
I like to call them bon mots. I heard that somewhere once.
What do you have us here for?
Put her stuff away, though.
I have you here for a number of reasons. Mr. Midnight.
That is no longer my name, but that doesn't matter to you anyway.
Yes, well, my name is High Admiral Decimus Caedus. This is my fortress. This is my beast. You are in my home. You are guests.
Odd way of treating guests. We treat them better on the fin.
Quite right, Miss Shores. Quintus, would you mind dealing with the manacles of these individuals, please? I don't think there'll be any trouble to us. And you see the individual that has the no armor, the book, another human man, has a set of like circular glasses, longer brown hair. Just pushes his glasses up, closes the book, and takes out a ring of keys and goes to each of you. It's a different key for each of your manacles. And he is definitely able to sort through them and unlocks each of your manacles in turn.
Is
I
there
will
any,
snarl at him.
is there any way for me to put myself between them and the door? Or do they not come in that far?
They're standing like in the doorway.
Okay, so
the door
never
is
mind.
open though.
Never mind.
I'm really just hoping to talk. To answer your question, Proximus, there are a number of reasons why I could arrest you all, put you to death right now and here. But I believe that you all are aware of something that I want. And I'm hoping that we can come to some sort of arrangement. But I thought you might like a tour. This is a rather novel experience.
Oh, you mean
To be aboard a
enslaving
vessel such
a
as-
race to turn into cities?
Yeah, that's not very nice. I don't like that at all.
You're torturing creatures.
Zaratan barely notices. Most times these creatures have islands that just grow on their backs. We simply made use of it. Put it to a purpose.
Oh, I'm
That's what
sure
the
it would
Nereon
love
Empire is.
having weapons on the back of it.
So it chooses where it goes. You're not involved at all. It just happened to show up here at this island.
Oh no, absolutely control the zaratan. We've given it a
Exactly.
purpose. That's what the Nerean Empire is for, to give a purpose. And that's honestly what I feel is lacking in all of your lives, is purpose. I feel that's why you've turned.
Just because our purposes does not match your ideals does not mean we don't have a purpose. And I don't think we want a tour, so it might just be better off to
Get to your
chit-chat.
point.
Very well then.
Are you two brothers?
No. What are you saying, all humans look alike?
No, but
Brendan.
you have like very similar names. So I didn't know if it was like unimaginative naming on your mother's part or just luck.
Yes,
Wendy, maybe they're
Quintus are
cousins.
incredibly different. His name is Quintus Veros. My name is... I'm not having this discussion with you.
Why not?
You wanted to talk. It's not my
It's
fault you're a bad
pedantic.
conversationalist.
You're pedantic.
Is that your mother's fault too?
I'll cut to the point. You all are the worst.
Listen, if they're gonna be assholes to us, there's no reason why we shouldn't be assholes back. So
You put
That's
us in
fair.
this situation, Derek.
That's valid. Yeah, I should.
What did you expect?
Oh,
Yeah, get him,
respect is
Steve.
earned.
You all have an item of great importance and power. You might not be aware that this item is of great importance and power, but I know that you have it. I apologize for the theatrics of the sharks. They are an early scouting tool and sometimes
Sure,
are...
you're enslaving them as well. It's fine, we won't discuss it. If you want the innocence, it's already gone.
Do you really want to talk to me about being enslaved, Miss Shores? What is your patron, your handler? What does she do? She calls them deals. I call it employment. I like to think that my way of doing things is perhaps a little more...
A contract is a
Sanitized.
contract.
But what happens if you break yours?
What happens if you break yours? Same thing, different
Consequences.
story. No matter what font you use, it's the same thing.
You said
I honestly don't think that we're getting anywhere. So how about before we go on with our conversation and possibly you showing us around, you tell us how you found us. And then we can go from there.
Or I've been tracking you for quite some time. The item you have gives off a particular aura. It's easy enough to follow. I am singular in this goal. Finding this particular item is my only purpose at this current moment.
Yes,
I'm
and
trying to fulfill my purpose.
the only thing we ever had in hand was the innocence, and you're letting it go. As far as I'm aware, the innocence had nothing that you could follow.
No, the innocence is nothing. It's a ghost ship full of bad memories.
We have nothing else.
I'm looking for a set of golden rings. You put them
Like
together,
these?
you might make an... No, Miss Shores, but again, thank you for the pedantry. Larger, the size of your palm, etched with symbols you might not recognize. If you put them together, you might create an astrolabe. Does any of this sound familiar?
What's an astrolabe?
Roll deception.
What do these symbols look like?
Roll deception.
While they're talking, can I, what's it called? Magically tinker with one of the pythons.
27.
I'm gonna use one of my advantages.
Oh, sorry. No, 28. What is math?
$23.
So, Acacia, he turns to you. Winnie, to answer your question, no, you may not, because you're still in an anti-magic circle. Acacia turns to you. An astrolabe is a navigational device. It's a set of rings that are interlocked together. This one is like the size of a large pocket watch with a bar that allows you to view stars and navigate by them. But Scarlett, when you say, what do these symbols look like? He turns to you and says, oh, sure, I think you know already, don't you?
No.
Turns to you, Proximus. Proximus, a noble Triton of the Nalos tribe. You find yourself in such miserable company. You don't have to stay here. I can offer you whatever you need to break whatever, and he turns to Scarlett, contract you have with Eula.
I appreciate that, Grand Admiral. And as much as I would like for your help with what we have to do, I have done that for myself.
See, you're
And-
under the impression that we are still under contract with Eula.
The things that you think that you can dangle in front of us are no longer there. So, if you tell me or us what it is that is your motivation, then we can go from there. We don't need to speak in riddles anymore. We are free people working upon our own will.
Proximus, when you say that, go ahead and roll insight.
Yikes. 14?
Proximus, you would see that there's fear behind his eyes when you talk about essentially being a free agent. And he looks to all of you and he basically says, I'm sorry. What do you mean you're no longer under contract with Eula Saltzmar?
Contracts are
again-
meant to be broken.
Are all of you... Did all of you end your pacts with Eula Saltzmar?
Never had one.
Yeah, same. I always thought that was kind of a bad idea.
I'm not talking to either of you. Proximus, Scarlett, are you in service to Eula?
I think you already know the answer, Grand Admiral.
Scarlett will just smile wickedly.
He turns and rushes out of the room. And you can hear him yelling down the hall, "Man the ballista! Prepare! Damn it!"
Can I get an insight on like what he's like trying like infer like what's going on, like why he might have run away? Like I have an idea, but I wanted to see if Acacia would know.
Acacia, you don't even need to roll for it. Because it's at that moment that the fortress rocks.
Oh, love it, love it.
And from outside of the small arrow slit window, which I should mention, it is encased in a magical form of protection. You are underwater at this point. You can see a large tentacle slam against the side of the building. I'm going to have you all roll for initiative. The fortress is under attack by a kraken.
It's a 7.
Ah, this is great.
22.
It was the same. The 7 was the same one you had last time.
Yeah, apparently my initiative is just, I'm not really into fighting right now.
The
I'm just
set
gonna-
7, yeah.
Like, oh,
She's
go
not
ahead.
feeling it.
Love this.
There's no penalty for a nat 1 on initiative, right?
You just
Get them
rolled
out now.
bad.
Yeah.
Get them out now.
That's a 6 total.
I got a 16.
Huh.
It sounds
Man,
like that's high.
In comparison, yeah. And I'm going to roll for Curio, because he will actually be involved in this.
No
let's
sharks
see
this
if I
time?
We need to get him like a blaster arm, kind of like Mega Man. Like,
Oh my gosh.
can't
yes.
you make something, Winnie? Jesus.
Stick a knife to it.
I haven't had time.
I know, right?
I'll
okay.
hand Curio. Does he have any weapons on him?
I think he had a dagger.
Okay. If he doesn't have a dagger, I'll hand him my non-magical dagger.
Okay. He is now armed with a dagger.
Can I give him my
But-
glaive?
Yeah.
Do you,
He can't
like he
use
would
it,
have like tons of.
technically.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Technically.
Damn it.
My guy, what would you like? Would you like a net? Would you like a mace?
Yeah.
Would you like a trident?
What would
I
you
got,
like?
I got you.
He's not
five
using
smoke
any of it.
bombs right
Winnie
now.
just like
Smoke
opens up her
grenades.
trench coat.
I'm using the Master Thief stats for him. Just
Oh, okay. Wow.
heads up on that. Okay, so with that,
Would he like a second
Quintus-
dagger for dual? Can he dual
With his mouth?
2-weapon? Oh,
Can we
Hey,
pull
it
a
was good
Sanji?
enough for Naruto. It's fine.
well, if he throws them, I don't know. I'm just gonna give him my other dagger just in case.
Michael, that's how I live my life. I just ask myself, is it good enough for Naruto? That's my hope with Jesus.
I was so hoping nobody heard that.
No, we heard
You know when you just
We
want to
heard
grab
you.
the words back and put them in, you know. Okay, that came out.
This
Yep,
is
all right.
this is our new life motto.
Damn.
You did
All
it.
right, the door is left open
Oh.
as Quintus and Maximus, or sorry, Decimus. What other Latin Roman names? Quintus and Decimus have rushed out of the room. As I said, the fortress is under attack by a kraken, and yeah, what would you all like to do?
Grand
Keisha, you were up
Admiral.
first.
What are you so afraid of? Yeah.
And then Scarlett realizes that breaking her pact with Eula is kind of news to everyone.
Yep, but we got bigger problems right now than
We have not had any time to talk.
we have not whatsoever.
You have, you just haven't.
Hey, yeah. So
Some things are better saved for ship talk, and we never made it back to the ship.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
you
yeah.
Good ship talk. Oh no.
I'd like to look at Winnie and Curio and tell them to hop on. I move faster than both
Okay.
of them, so.
So are you going to hold your turn then until they can both respectively do so?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I know, well, Proxy's a big boy, and I know Scarlett knows magic, so it's fine.
Okay. So with Acacia holding their turn, Proximus, it is your turn.
Well, Proximus is going to point two fingers towards. So how much time has passed, and how far is the Grand Admiral away?
You could probably look out of the room and see them. He dashed, so he would be 60 feet down the hallway. This hallway goes in either direction.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see that there are stairs down towards the left.
Well, he was wearing a lot of shiny clothing, so he's going to point towards him, and he's going to say "Skadulem," and he's going to make his blade, and then he is going to make all of the, as a bonus action, and his shadow blade comes out, and he's going to go straight towards the Grand Admiral. So he's
Okay.
going to follow.
Okay. Are you dashing to catch up with him, or are you just is that like the action movement?
So I'm going to use all my movement and my dash to get as close as I can to him. How close am I?
You'd be able to catch up with him at that point.
All right.
Okay.
And I'm going to attempt to grab like the back of his collar and slice him through the back.
Okay. Let me make sure I have. Okay. Yeah, you can go ahead and roll in tech.
Plus 8. So that's 18.
And 18 just hits.
All right. Yeah. So his blade is going to turn like a black ichor, like melting fire, as he uses his faithless smite on him. So 3d8. Oops. And then I'm gonna smite the shit out of him because I'm just mad.
This is but a huge inconvenience.
37. 37 damage.
All right. Anything else for your turn?
You should not have let us go.
And he turns back to you and says, I didn't.
Okay, that's my turn.
Okay. It is Curio's turn. Curio is going to go ahead and hop on Acacia's back. And what else to say? Stop working. That's fun. That is pretty much all they have. That's all they can do as far as that goes. So with that, Scarlett, it is your turn.
I'm just going to saunter out of the cell and down the hallway towards the action. And for the fun of it, I'm going to cast Thaumaturgy and make the whole floor shake.
Okay, yeah. It does extra shake.
Just for
It do that-
theatrics.
It do that good shake. Yeah.
I'm
like the theatrics
irritated.
Of being consumed by a kraken.
I'm not
Coming to
worried about
theaters
it.
this fall.
The party can notice that I am really not fazed by the fact that we're being attacked by a kraken.
Yeah, this is to reference Pirates of the Caribbean, perhaps for not enough times considering we're playing this game. I kind of imagine Scarlett like the East India Trading Company guy walking as like the ship is blowing up around him. Just accepting the fate, or maybe just totally chill with it. Who fucking knows?
Just like,
Okay.
I expected this. Let's deal with it.
Winnie, it is your turn.
That seems unlikely. Would Winnie have any idea about where on this giant creature the like control mechanisms would be?
That's an interesting question. Winnie, you can roll Arcana.
Ooh, ooh, good. Okay. Dirty 20.
You would infer, and this is based on just like artificial kind of insight. It is probably being commanded magically because you did not see like physical reins. You know, there wasn't a bridle on this sea turtle's face. So it is probably being controlled magically by someone who is likely near the head of the turtle. Near the front of the fortress, as it were.
Okay.
The stern of the fortress. It's a weird phrase.
I'll catch up with you all later. And she's going to like pop little Jeffrey out of her bag and just say, come on, let's go. And she would like to bolt up in that. She's just going to keep dashing.
You're not gonna hop on.
Yeah, Acacia was waiting for you to ride on.
Oh, you're not going in that direction, right?
I don't know what directions there were. I was gonna, how many directions are there out of this cell?
Left and right.
Which way did the jackass go?
Admiral went left. Winnie would probably infer that she would need to go deeper in, which would be right. So Proximus, Scarlett, the Admiral have all gone left. Winnie is probably going to go right if she is looking to investigate further.
So, and Winnie would probably say, thanks, but I think I'm going up. Well, down. Well, a different way.
To do?
I think we should free the Zaratan.
I'm antsy. We'll go together. Because you can't go alone.
Fantastic.
And I will move faster than you.
Oh, I'm okay with that. And then, yeah, I would absolutely, gracefully, with all the grace of a sea elf, get on.
Derek, would we still, when the things are popped off, or the manacles, are we still having the mind link? Did it pop back? Or was it suppressed?
I'm going to say, let's see. I can't necessarily remember how anti-magic, because it doesn't like, yeah, we can say that it pops back on. You won't have to reuse
Okay.
it.
Are we still within an hour
Yes.
when I cast it? Okay.
Yeah, you're getting close to the end of that hour, but it would probably, since you're in combat 6 seconds and all that, it would still maintain somewhat.
Okay. Then what I'm gonna do is, I'm assuming after my held action, after when he's on it held off, I can go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Then I'm gonna actually recast the mind link, and then book it 80 feet down towards the right.
Okay, so you're headed right with Winnie.
With Winnie and
Okay.
Curio.
And Curio. Kid, I understand you like your blue friend. Where are we going?
Get in control of this thing.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Gun ho.
7 hours for this mind link.
Okay. All right. With that, we're back to top of the order with. Okay. So Acacia, you held your turn, so it essentially comes back to you.
Dashing 120 feet.
Okay. So you come to a T. Are you essentially just like going with Winnie's intuition, or is anybody casting any spells to see how we can kind of combine your 3 turns into one, since you were all traveling together?
Winnie, what way we going?
For
Well,
what?
Jeffrey technically has a turn. I just never use him in combat because he's too cute.
Doesn't he always go on your turn though?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. It's still a turn.
Okay. 4 turns. I apologize for forgetting Jawsome Jeffrey.
I don't think I have anything. I don't have anything
Okay.
but my intuition, so.
So, Winnie, the way that we're going to work this is anytime we get to a choice, I'm going to have you roll for Arcana.
Okay. So, you want me to do that now?
Yeah.
That is 15.
Okay. For the briefest moment, you're thinking, I turn right. But then you can actually, as you look right, you go, left. And Acacia is able to successfully turn left and is dashing down the hall. You barrel past 2 Imperial soldiers who don't actually seem that interested in you. They, no rolls needed, seem to be running for their lives.
I barrel
as you go-
down
Jesus.
anyone who does not get out of the way.
Okay.
Coming through as
Um,
late.
Acacia, any other actions or anything? Just dashing? Okay.
Yeah, that's my full movement dash, bonus action, and move speed.
Okay. I'm going to have Proximus, I'm going to have Curio make a roll here. Curio is going to... Yeah. Curio is going to, as you're riding past, barreling past a couple of these soldiers, kind of just swoop down and pull one of their short swords from their sheath and just kind of flip it around. I learned that one from your other dad.
Your dad is so cool.
Yeah, no, it's pretty neat. It's pretty neat, yeah. And with that, we will go back to Proximus. It is your turn.
So Proximus is going to whisper into the Grand Admiral's ear, "Oi vai toka," and all of a sudden his shadow is going to spread, and then the shadows are going to start dripping upwards like oil, and it's going to cover him, and he's going to do Eyes of the Darkness and spend 2 sorcery points to be able to see within this magical darkness.
Okay.
And then he's going to make 2 attacks on the Admiral again.
Okay.
Because he's the only one that knows about this stuff. Ooh, a 15, 17, so plus 8. 1 is 23, and then 1 is 20.
That'll hit.
I can
Easy,
math.
easy. 18 AC.
Okay. All right, and he's just gonna make 2 slashes. So 3, 1 for 11, 12, and 1 for 13 damage.
Okay. So 25 in total?
Mhm.
Okay.
I had to make
It
sure I
is-
was off mute. I was like, did I just? Okay.
Yeah, who would do that? All right. It is the Admiral's turn. He was not engaged, but had him roll, so he's going to jump into combat right here. So he's encased in magical darkness?
Magical darkness, yes.
Okay. Proximate from the darkness, you hear his voice. You absolute fool. You're going to die here unless you get out. This thing doesn't care. It's coming for you. Don't you understand that? And Proximus, I'm going to need you to roll a wisdom saving throw. Unless, are you immune to being frightened?
I am not immune. No.
Okay. So yeah, DC 16 wisdom saving throw.
Do I hear? Am I close enough to hear him say that?
You probably would be, but you wouldn't be targeted by it. It can only target one enemy.
Yeah, I just want to hear it though.
Sure.
It's at 18.
Okay, you do succeed on that. And barring that, he is going to use his other action to slash at you.
Disadvantage, sir. Unless he can see in magical darkness.
Yeah, so it is going to be disadvantage, which sucks because that was a nat 20.
Oh, good.
Okay. That was a 10, so that's only a 19. So you with your ridiculous
19's
AC, you would see that he draws his sword and slashes wildly towards you, since you have
just
driven a
step-
sword through him.
Step out of the way, kind of backing away, and let it hit off my mithril armor, so you can hear the chink.
Get his hopes up. All right, with that, let's see, it is Curio's turn, which kind of already happened. So now it's the Kraken's turn. Let's see here. How much HP does a zaratan have? Okay. So the Kraken. How much damage? So that's going to be 46 plus 3 attacks. Okay. 46 plus. So 106 points of damage against this zaratan. And you all hear and feel the walls actually crush in around you. The stone starts to shift. The zaratan actually lets out a mournful moan, the moan of a massive turtle in pain, as you're not exactly sure what's happening, but as the structure begins to collapse in pieces around you, dust is falling, water is starting to seep into the building from cracks in the stone. The fortress is being literally crushed around you. That is all it has for its turn. With that, we are at Scarlett.
I want to speak to the Admiral when I say this.
Yeah, so he's encased in darkness, but he would absolutely be able to hear your voice.
You think that Krakens are the biggest of your concern now? Much rather with the awakening for you. And I want to open my tome. I want to see if that writing actually goes through.
It is still written there. There is no response. Did you want to do something else for your turn?
The Admiral's taken damage?
Certainly has.
I'm gonna cast him dead. I'm gonna do Toll the Dead on him. That's a 16 wisdom save.
Okay.
They need to make.
Wisdom. Yeah, it's only 6. What's he take for damage?
Roll that. It's gonna be 2d12. 15.
Okay.
Necrotic damage.
Noted. All right. With that, Winnie, we have essentially done your turn, so we're back to what is the top of the order with Winnie, Acacia, Jeffrey, Curio.
Brenton,
Okay.
anything that needs attention along the way? Question mark.
Yeah, so you are going deeper. You're going downstairs. You're going deeper into the fortress itself. Winnie, you can tell directionally, based on your rolls, that you are headed towards the stern, but you all watch as the walls begin to crush around you, the water seeping in. It is getting to the point where as you're going down the steps, Acacia, you are moving through what would be for anyone else knee-high water. It is filling this fortress, which was otherwise, you have to assume, built to withstand the crushing pressure of the ocean, but not necessarily whatever is outside.
Hey, you're okay on the whole breathing thing, right?
I can breathe underwater. I'm more worried about how are we going to get out when we get to the head? Do you know if there are exits that are there?
I mean, logically, I think it would make sense.
Yes or no? Not logically. Do you know?
I don't know for sure. But you and me are good at making exits. And we got your dad, who's tricky as heck. Right, Curio?
Lucky she can't see my face.
I'm well
He kind of like leans to Winnie. You're lucky you can't see your face. Acacia, with that following movement, you do reach what Winnie would surmise, or was needed, an iron door, metal door, with the insignia of the Nereon Empire emblazoned on it. Very clearly locked. It says restricted on it. This is the stern of the fortress.
What's it made out of?
Yeah, it's adamantium.
I'll stop in front of the door. Do I have movement, or do I have an action left, or no?
So Acacia dashed. Winnie, Curio, Jeffrey still have actions.
Okay. Skid to a halt.
I guess I can open the door. That's fine. I don't mind. And he's like, I'm sorry, honey. I'm missing my thieving arm. Can I borrow your tool?
Yes. Here.
All right. Thank you.
Scrambling.
Thank you. I mean, they were mine to begin with, but we're not getting into this right now.
Semantics.
Look,
semantics.
I would offer to go. It's just like sort of I feel somehow like I'm slightly slower than you for some reason.
Semantics. I hardly know her. Sorry. All right. That actually was a nat 20. So, Curio, you actually watch as, even though this is not his thieving arm, the fingers on his, I can't really remember which arm I said was missing, and that's on me, but I think his left is still there. Yeah. The fingers actually would seemingly dislocate and kind of bend back, and as they manipulate the locking mechanisms, in seconds, 6 seconds technically, the door pops open, and Winnie, what you would see inside is relatively small room, magical glyphs carved everywhere, and a single human, their eyes rolled back in their head, their arms outstretched, a grimacing look on their face, as if they're in pain.
Is there any... Where are we in relation to, like, the shell of this creature? Like, is this built into it? Are we up a little bit?
Built a little bit above it. So a zaratan essentially has, like, they have a natural shell, and then they have a natural formation that kind of grows on top of it. And the fortress is built on top of that earth and sand and the things that accumulate on this thing's shell. Zaratans typically don't move a lot, which is how these things accumulate. There's definitely not meant to move as much as this one has.
I am going to send Jeffrey in with a little bit of like a shocking grasp, just to like zzz, a little bit, because I can have him be my touch. Nope, I regret that. But I would still. What can I roll for that?
You want to shock this individual?
I want Jeffrey to shock him.
Paddles.
Jeffrey to shock.
Clear.
Yeah, with his little shark flippers. It'll be so cute.
Okay. Let's see. Go ahead. What do they need to roll?
I'm rolling an attack, which is 27.
Okay. Is that the attack roll?
For shocking grasp, yes.
Okay, yeah, that'll hit. Yeah.
Okay, and then an 8, which is a 2, and a 4, so that's 6 points of damage.
Okay.
And then, since I don't think he had to go super far, I would like him to come back out of the room.
Okay. I'm going to roll a Constitution saving throw for this individual, see if they can maintain their spell.
Yes, please do.
They roll a 7. They do not succeed.
Okay.
And you watch as this individual... Yes.
Doesn't matter. No, just kidding.
Their hands drop, and they snap back, and their eyes roll back, and they turn to you, and they say, "What have you done?"
Hey, I'm not going to answer that because I'm also going to essentially throw in I'm going to light a little, like a moon snail shell full of alcohol and cast Flaming Sphere into the room.
Okay. Is that a dex save? Or are you...
It is.
Yes. What, 16? Is
Yes.
that the DC? What damage does this person take?
I don't know. 3D. I didn't really expect that to hit. I actually have 3d6. Oh well.
They're a mage. They don't have, like...
They take
anything.
5.
5? Okay. Okay.
Yep. I'm not bonus actioning that. Oh, but you know what I am going to bonus action? I would like to, very much, I would like to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Oh.
Because I think I got hurt at some point. No, not Cure Wounds. What's the other one? Healing Word. The shitty one.
I actually think it's better, but we're not getting into that right now. It's a
Semantics.
bonus action. You can cast it without touch. It might be like fewer health points, but
I need health points, so right now it's like not super my favorite. Go away. Out of my
Also, the
face.
Don't you
action
also
economy
maybe have potions?
is a pain, so...
Or you need it as bonus action because you've already done your action. I see. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And we're not getting into whether potions should be actions or bonus actions. So
I
I'm
think
gonna
they're bonus
cast.
actions. If you want to drink a potion, I think they're bonus actions.
I would like to drink a. I would like to drink a bonus action. I would like to drink a potion if I can find one. Oh God, not a potion of growth. Okay. I would like to do that, and 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points is what I'm healing for.
Wonderful.
Okay, and that's it. I'm gonna snug little Jeffrey for being a good little miniature wereshark homunculus.
That's his pedigree. Okay. The mage is going to cast Misty Step. And they are going to Misty Step beyond Acacia and go running past the stairs. And that is it for their turn. They are fleeing.
Die anyway if they stayed there, so we did him a favor.
All right, that is Proximus.
All right, so he's going to, while still in darkness, put his hand on his chest and cast Lay on Hands for 30 points because I'm pretty low.
Okay. How big is the Sphere of Darkness?
Let's see. It's the darkness spell. So.
Oh, okay. So that's a 15-foot radius.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I could literally cast that last night. I don't just know that.
I was impressed. And then, as one of my actions, I'd like to use brutality. In Proximus's aura, I mean, even though he can't see it, is going to exude like a ghostly white silhouette, and just enough so that he can kind of see where I'm at, but like in his mind's eye. No, okay. Sorry, that was a bad. Yeah, never mind. And he needs to do a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
16.
Let's see. I think he has a thing for that. Oh, that's not you. That's not him. There you go. Okay, you just say it was a DC 16?
DC 16.
Okay, roll a 16 with a +1 for 17.
Ah, shit. All right, well, and then he's just gonna slice him for with his shadow blade.
You have advantage on the attack.
Right. A nat 20.
Okay.
Gosh. All right, so. And he's just going to do a 3rd level Faithless Smite, his last one, because why not? All right. Math. 8, 16. 7, 14. 20, 28 doubled. Oh my gosh, guys.
28 doubled is 56.
56 points of psychic damage.
All right.
And he's...
Okay. Looking rough. With that, he is going to use one of his legendary actions since it's the end of your turn. And he is going to take 3 attacks, all at disadvantage against you. So, first attack. Nope. Second attack, nope. Third attack, yes. It was a 16 and an 18 with a +9 to hit. So that is going to be... 16 plus 5, so 21 points of slashing damage. As you're able to very deftly dodge the first 2 slashes, but the last one, he's almost kind of figured out your pattern. Slices left, slices right, gets right in the middle, and you do take damage from that one. And that is it that he has for his turn. It is now the Kraken's turn. And actually, I should probably roll for the zaratan now since it is free. Okay. So the next round, the zaratan is still standing. It will do its thing. Otherwise, it is at... Okay. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw. DC 17.
I would like to.
How close is Scarlett from Proximus?
It's up to you.
I was
You were close enough to
talk to
talk.
the Admiral. Yeah.
Right. So you would get 4 plus 4 to your saving throw.
Cool. That doesn't help me.
Okay, just joking.
I rolled a 5.
Oh no.
25.
So the
15.
total of 12.
Plus 5.
Can
I got a
Plus
dirty 19.
A dirty 19.
I was gonna say dirty 20, but I can't do math right now, so there's that.
I would like to reach out and brace myself against Curio, giving him a +4 to his saving throw. Mine is a 16.
Okay. If you roll below a 17, you are going to take 6 points of damage.
Wait,
and you are
wait.
knocked prone.
Good luck, Stone. It is 17. Oh god. Thank you, good luck, Stone.
Thank the tresses.
Thank you, note that I left myself.
The stones begin to collapse around you. They are crumbling in. Walls are actually broken open. The water is no longer slowly pouring in. It is flooding in. Keisha, Winnie, Curio, and Jeffrey, you will be underwater by the end of your next turn. The Zaratan lets out another incredible moan of pain. With that, it is Curio's turn. And they are unable to do anything, as some of the rocks from the wall have pinned them. And they are still somewhat above the water as the water is rising. You don't have to worry about them drowning. That's not a thing that Warforged have to worry about. But a decent amount of damage has been done to their structure. And you can see Acacia, he looks up to you. And with his arm, he compresses the abdominal point where he was hiding the astrolabe. And he retrieves it and he hands it out to you. Honey, I'm right behind you. Just get this where it needs to go, okay?
I'd like to roll an insight check.
Okay.
That's only a 13. Can I roll an advantage because he's my dad?
You roll a disadvantage because he's your dad.
Oh shit! Hold on. I rolled worse.
Yep.
By 1.
He's right behind you, Acacia.
I'll take it.
Your dad's been through worse.
I will take it, but I do not run yet.
Okay.
I'll wait till my turn in combat.
Fair enough. With that, Scarlett, it is your turn. So, Scarlett, you have been knocked prone. You can kind of tell that there is not much longer for this fortress.
I want to get up. Has there been any response in the tome?
There is writing. And let me think about what it says. It essentially says,
You're on your own.
no. It says, I'm coming.
Okay.
Okay.
I do want to look at Proximus and when it comes down to it, Proximus, you get the others out. I will handle the Kraken. That's it.
All right. Winnie, it is your turn.
The only thing in that room was the mage, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said, there's like runes and glyphs all carved into the wall. Kind of seems like this was the command center that someone who is magical could control the creature with.
But the walls are cracking anyway, right?
They are. They have, shadow. Part of them on top of Curia.
In a way that are they large? Like, would it be reasonable to try and unbury him?
You can make a strength check if you'd like. You roll for athletics. Don't make that face. What'd you expect me to say?
You could help me with the help action.
Yes.
I look like I'm about to start trying to pull.
Then yes, I would like to assist.
Okay. So you grant advantage to Acacia.
Yes.
Okay.
Can Jeffrey help
So
too?
with that,
Like
How is
add
Jeffrey
a plus
helping?
1.
Jeffrey's there for emotional support. Jeffrey is dabbing like crazy. You got this.
Perfect. Great.
Save your dad.
Gotta laugh between the tears, right?
Yep. That's what games are. Acacia, it is your turn. You have advantage if you would like to roll for athletics
I
to
would.
lift some stones.
I would like to try and just pull him as much out as I can, because I know he can be rebuilt.
Yes.
I'm not
We
trying
can
to
rebuild him. We have the
can.
technology.
Yeah, I'm not trying to move any stone. I'm just trying to take what can be considered my dad and carry it out.
Okay, Acacia, you know what can be considered your dad. You don't need to move a single stone for that.
It's true. I want to look down at him. How are you getting out? And how are you behind us? Because you're a real good liar. But
Yeah,
give it to me. You're getting out of here.
okay. Okay. Yeah, okay. I trust you.
I'm gonna get you back to Dad as soon as possible.
Deep breath. And Curio will lift up the plate that protects his soul orb. And within is that white glowing orb that you know contains the spirit of your father. The spirit that operates, that pilots this shell, this warforged. And as the metal hand grips around the orb, pops it out with a thunk, it extends outwards to you just as the hand goes limp and the light falls from the eyes.
I will grab it. Kind of semi-grab Winnie. And yeet. Just run.
Alright.
Putting it in
Don't
the
forget
safest place
Jeffrey.
I can. Oh, and Jeffrey.
Jeffrey's along for the ride, yes.
I'm gonna put it in as safe of a place I can.
Okay.
In my gear.
Alright. With that, Proximus, it is your turn again.
How rough is this Grand Admiral looking right now? Just as much
Relatively
as
pretty
me.
rough, but on a scale of where it is, God damn, come on, there you go. On a scale of 229 to 0, he's looking at about a 1 to 6.
All right. Well, Admiral, are you going down with the ship?
Wasn't planning on it, and yet here we are.
Yes. So,
If I have to die, I hope it's by someone like your hands.
well, how about we never meet again, and this won't happen?
You don't hear anything from the. Well, you can see in the darkness,
Mhm.
so you can see he just kind of smiles to himself. In a perfect world.
That is what I thought. And as much as I would love to keep doing this, I think you have things to do, and so do I.
We all have our purposes.
May we never meet again, but if we do, we will do this the right way. And I disengage to try to find Winnie and Acacia.
Okay, so you're going further back.
Yep.
So you run past Scarlett. Are you dashing?
Yeah, I'll use all of my.
I mean, I know
two
you're good
actions.
looking, but I'm asking what you're.
You're gonna make me blush. Stop it, Derek. Oh gosh. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna use all my 2 movements and my bonus action to dash as much as I can.
Okay.
And then, but keeping the shadow, so just the darkness falls over Scarlett as it moves past. And I say nothing.
Okay. So Scarlett, you would see the Admiral just stands there, bloodied, holding his sword, and he turns to look at you, and he just shakes his head, and he goes running up the stairs.
I hope you know you're going down with this.
Doesn't respond. And that is his action. With that, it is the Kraken's turn. Okay. And it is the Zaratan that follows. All right. You all can feel, even in the from where you are, with the rocking and the shaking that's happened anyway, as the Zaratan goes to strike, the fortress just barrels, it pitches and rolls. Okay. Right. And you can hear the clashing of titans outside the castle walls. With that, Scarlett, it is your turn.
What's going on around me?
So you had
Do I
a
feel anything different? Like anything approaching?
not necessarily. No. In the same way that Eula always communicated with you through the tome, you couldn't necessarily, it was more of an innate feeling of when she was around that came from experience. You're not necessarily getting like a pull, there's no voice in your head or anything like that. You've gotten that 2-word message. But you were also not exactly sure where in the world your patron is. If they are on this plane. But you have called for help. It has responded.
He's gonna follow behind Proximus.
Okay. All right. So you follow behind the moat of darkness. Right. With that, we are at Winnie. Do anything special while you're riding along?
Are we not underwater at this point?
So you have gone upstairs. So you were underwater for a moment. Acacia basically raced out. By the end of your turn, you were upstairs. The water is flooding, so it is consistently rising as Acacia is half running, half swimming.
Okay. I might. I do not. I think in the link, I'm just gonna say, hey, don't know where the rest of you are. Things are kind of falling apart. We're getting out of here, I think. Yes?
Quick as we can.
Yeah, okay, that's a yes.
I am on my way.
Okay, I think, unless something else comes up, let's just go up and figure it out from there.
Reconvene at the ship, maybe.
I don't know where the ship is, but yeah, that would be super nice. How... Actually, Acacia, I'm sorry, I've got one more stop to make.
Now.
I gotta see if it's okay.
The Zaratan. Winnie.
Winnie's going to, if there's like a crack or something that like gets her outside, she wants to swim down until she can like get to the head of the Zaratan.
You're trying to swim out?
Large. Yes.
That's fighting a kraken.
Well, I don't want to swim into the kraken. I just want to like get a feel for like how not okay this Zaratan is.
So you're disengaging off my back.
Look, I'm not saying I think it's a good idea.
I'm just confirming that you're getting off my back.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yep. How long does this last? Okay. Can I see anything outside the? Like, can I?
So first, if you're going to swim out, I need you to make an athletics saving throw or an athletics check because you are essentially swimming against flooding water.
The flooding water. Yeah. I need dice for that. Ooh, 19.
Okay. You are successful. Winnie, you were able to pull yourself on two sides of the wall where the water is flooding. And as you swim outwards, you see something that few people have ever seen before. You try to swim out further and further to get perspective of what you're actually looking at. It looks like continents fighting with each other. You see a zaratan, an island-sized sea turtle with the fortress of the Nereon Empire on its back. Wrapped around the fortress and the zaratan itself are countless tentacles, hooks, claws, teeth. An unnaturally formed kraken of colossal size. Something that few people ever survive seeing. The zaratan is not going to make it. And you know that as its shell is crushed around it. I need everyone who's still inside to make a dexterity saving throw.
Dirty 20.
how far away from it is me? How far away from me is it?
You were probably able to move 30 feet with swim. Is that your swim speed? 30 feet?
7.
Fuck if I know. Probably.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use a advantage on this one.
Okay.
And not much better. All right, 14.
Okay.
I want to
Plus
reduce it
5.
and cast Healing Word.
How many healing points are you getting back to this zaratan?
Wait, does this matter? No, of course it doesn't. I really, really hate this. 3d4. So 4, 8, 12, 16. I can't believe I had to count that out. Because I want to crit it. Can I crit in a healing?
I'll say yes. I'm gonna use
Thank
crit for that.
Okay. So I want to reduce it and bonus action healing word it.
Okay.
That's the wrong thing. That's the right thing. Okay. Oh, and I upcast healing word if that wasn't clear.
All right. Did anyone roll below 20 on their saving throw? Or sorry, did anyone roll above or hit 20 or
I had a dirty 20.
27.
okay. See, Acacia and Scarlett, you both take 39 points of damage. Proximus, you take 78.
This doesn't count as an attack, does it?
It does not. It is the building collapsing around you.
So I can't uncanny dodge it.
You cannot.
Okay, how much was it?
It
39?
was
39 or 29?
39.
39? Okay.
Everybody still standing?
Yes.
Barely.
Proximus is unconscious.
Proximus is unconscious. Okay. All of you were swept out into the ocean as the building collapses around you. The remnants of this Imperial fortress shattered. As you all drift out into the water, you all see what Winnie saw. Something impossibly large, impossibly monstrous, beyond gargantuan, colossal, the size of a small city. Teeth and eyes and tentacles and just utter blackness. Proximus, you see none of this. Acacia, you see a living nightmare. Scarlett, it's Ecmenodon. It's Eula's favorite pet. You'd heard its name. But the collar around its neck is the best indicator. You always thought you were the favorite. Tentacles wrap around each and every one of you. Zaratan is tossed aside. Winnie, the last moment you have before unconsciousness is a small bit of hope that Zaratan will live thanks to what you did. The small salvation that you granted it. You all awaken in a very familiar room. The room where you all first learned each other's names. And sitting at that very familiar table, at that very familiar small room with a chest at the side, where Scarlett always sits for the meetings, is Eula Saltzman. She presses her fingers together, and she looks to each of you. Welcome home. I did miss each and every one of you so much. And that is where we're going to end our session.
I don't fucking know you.
Yeah, maybe a weird thing to say to Acacia.
I'm
Threatening
like, where the
nonetheless.
fuck is this?
Welcome to the Blackfin. It's lovely this time of year.
Really?
Welp.
Okay. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for another session of Horizons Call. I'm going to let these lovely people tell you a little bit about themselves and where you can find them. And we'll do a little bit of wrap-up stuff. But I really appreciate each and every one of you for joining us for this session. Thank you for coming along. We have 2 sessions left after this one. And we are going to an every other week schedule for these last 2. So we are not going to be here next week. We'll be here the week after that. But not here the week after that, but the week after that. So every 2 weeks, just to really stretch out the suspense of this one. It'll be worth it. Stick around. Appreciate each and every one of you. So, Mare, if you wouldn't mind starting us off, tell us about your lovely self and where we can find more of you.
Hello, I am Mare. You can find me on Twitter at Archmage of Dice. A lot of my projects have recently wrapped up, so I'm only in a couple places right now. I'll be here for another 2 sessions in Horizons Call, playing your lovely favorite water-trapped centaur rogue. Every other Tuesday on Graham Cracker's channel, I play my Warlock Artificer River. Every Sunday on my channel, I do video games with my partner and do silly voices and usually invite guests. That's at 10:30. Did I say it's at 10:30 a.m. Eastern? And for this month, I get to be on my very first Smutty Saturday on Lady Dame's channel on the 24th, midnight, whatever. The 24th, 9 p.m. Pacific, because
midnight to 3 for us East Coasters.
Yeah,
I know the pain.
But then that goes into like Sunday, and then timing gets
Right.
weird. So it's 9
Yeah.
p.m. Pacific time. So I'm so glad we're not going to be on that week because I'm going to need a nap.
Time doesn't exist on Smutty Saturday.
Yes, but my exhaustion levels and sleep does.
Smut exists out of time and space.
Yes, it's very true. I don't know what I'm reading yet.
You won't know until
Well,
it happens.
I
That's
gotta
not
look.
to worry or think about it.
I gotta look for some shit and suggest it. But anyway, I think that's it from me.
Thank
Any
you.
projects, y'all?
Mare's supposed to be taking a break. Give Mare a break.
Mhm.
Actually, you know what? Let Mare play in places. Mare does enough work for everybody else. If you get a game, Mare's a phenomenal player. Take it from me. Put Mare in your things. Don't make Mare work, though. Mikyl, if you wouldn't mind, tell us about your lovely self.
Hi, I'm Mikyl. You can find me at Mikyl Sandoval on Twitter and Instagram, more often on Instagram, but I'm working on that. So I just did like a little bit of an art dump recently. So come check out my art. I do some things, and I'm right here on Eva's channel on Saturdays and then on Sundays for Wiesen. And it's great. And thank you for having me.
Of course. Yeah, duh. Jeez. I'm gonna put you in everything. Yes, as always, a special thank you to Mikyl for the incredible character art that he does. Again, if you like it, check him out on Twitter. He does a lot of amazing artwork, and we're looking forward to seeing a lot more of it coming up soon. So thank you, Mikyl. Kaila.
Hi, I'm Kaila. I am lots of faces in lots of places. You can find me on my own channel at KMC, where I do a bunch of painting and whatnot on Thursdays and Saturday mornings. That's kind of it.
That's kind of it. You got your Nuggy and Noodles? Is that
The
something you
Nuggy
did
Mac?
too? Yeah, Nuggy Mac. That's what it is.
Nuggy
Yeah,
Mac was this morning.
that's right. Is that a regular thing?
Just whenever Allie wants to come hang out and paint with me.
Fair.
It seems to be
Okay.
turning into a regular thing, which I don't mind.
And Eva, if you don't mind, I will do my shows real quick. Thank you, darling. So hi, everybody. I am Derek Sword. I have been your DM for this session of Horizons Call. As always, it is my absolute pleasure and honor to play with these people. If you do want to find more of me, the best place to do so is Twitter at dsword16. I am also on Graham Cracker's channel every other Tuesday for Shards of Anarium, where I play a Null Ranger named Verman. Every Friday on Graham Cracker's channel. Again, it's 8 p.m. for both games, 8 p.m. Eastern. On Fridays, I play Griaz Bramblepill, a Bugbear Druid Rogue. And if you can't tell that I love monsters, I'm also the host of the podcast Monster Crush. So if you enjoy smooching monsters and learning about cryptids and creatures and regular abominations, and just think they're neat and maybe they make a good romantic partner, check out Monster Crush wherever podcasts are found. And Eva, I do appreciate you listing Shark Angels. Was it sharkangels.com.org? Yes, sharks are .org. Very important to our ecosystem. They are not monsters. These ones were because they were blank sharks. They were manipulated and mutated and had armor and shit like that. But yeah, sharks are friends. Be nice to sharks. We need them. That is it for me right now. I think we talked about every other week. Yeah, good to go. So Eva, without you, we would not be here. You bring amazing people together to tell incredible stories. You have this incredible channel. You're absolutely amazing. Tell us more about your amazing self.
Hi, it's me, Eva. My knees are very cold because my cat just came in and stole my blanket. I am overjoyed to be able to host such games as this, Horizons Call, and Wiesen Sunday mornings, and all sorts of fun and exciting things coming up. We have a Monster Hearts game summer camp starting I believe the 18th. Is that a Sunday? Yes, almost directly after Wiesen. That should be very good. You can also find me on Smutty Saturday one of these weekends. I want to say the 24th.
It's the 24th. You're with me.
It's the 24th,
Okay, that's exciting.
You, me, and Morgan.
Yes, excellent. That is a lot. I think that's all I've got at the moment. Yes, thank you all for joining us. As Eric said, we will not see you next week, but we will see you the week after. And everyone give Stevie a round of applause for being a very good Tressum. Even though it wasn't like a thematically appropriate moment, he still wore those wings like a champ. So maybe one of these
Well
days.
done, Steve.
Love him so much.
Hi. One of these days, maybe we'll get him at the right time. Anyway, oh, what a good cat. Oh yes, that's the tail. Thank you. We are going to do a little raid, if I can remember the commands. That's cool. And we will see some of you tomorrow morning, I would imagine. I would hope.
Everyone say hi to Gona. She's great.
Yes.
She's so good.
We'll see you all later. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and snug some pets.